time to bring Yuvraj Singh and David Warner into the show. UV, David, thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you both here on NDTV. UV, first to you, when can we expect to see you back on the cricket field?
I'm hoping to play the game on the 6th of May in Hyderabad.
All right, now UV, when you start clicking, there are of course very few bowlers in the world who can stop you. You must still have that burning desire in you really to play for the India ODI and Test teams again.
Definitely, as long as I'm playing, I want to play all formats, whatever opportunity I get to play with this T20, 50 over Test matches.
All right, let's bring in David now. David, you heard Yuvraj, he's aiming to be back for tomorrow's match versus Gujarat. How important a role do you think Yuvraj Singh plays in your team, the Sunrisers?
Anytime Yuvraj Singh's in any team is an important role that he plays. He offers left arm orthodox and great versatility in the middle with his hitting power. And also in the field, his great contribution and his knowledge of the game. He's always got great ideas and he's very, very helpful with the youngsters on and off the field and for the senior players.
All right, David, now just going by what we've seen so far this season in season 9 of the Indian Premier League, you have been leading from the front with your batting, really playing those captain's knocks time and time again. You really seem to be enjoying yourself immensely this season. Am I right, David?
Yeah, with batting this year in regards of how I've been going personally, it's about trying to make up for obviously the downfall in the World T20. I didn't go as well as I planned. And I felt that I needed to get my form back, and I had to start well, obviously for Sunrisers, and for us to keep moving forward, our batsmen need to keep working as hard as they can to put on great totals, and I just have to try and do my part for the team, and hopefully all the other guys can keep doing the same job that they're doing and helping out the team as much as we can by putting on lots of runs.
Right, it's great really to see you in such good form, David, with the bat. We are just very, very grateful that it's not coming in international cricket against India, at least not for now. Now, if there was one thing, David, that you would want to change about the Indian Premier League, what would that be?
This could be a politically incorrect answer, but look, in all respects to the format and the way it's played, it's fantastic. I feel if we played one more overseas player, 5 overseas players, this tournament could be a massive, massive tournament. And I understand we're talking about growing the potential growth of youngsters coming through in Indian cricket. It is amazing, and I wish them all the very much success. But if that was one thing I would change that.
All right, so David Warner batting for 5 foreign players in the playing 11 for every match in the IPL. Will we see that in the future? Well, we don't know just yet. Yuvraj, to you now. Virat Kohli has of course been in absolutely great form. He seems to be pretty much scoring half centuries at will these days. Many are already comparing him with Sachin Tendulkar. Do you think that Virat can maybe be the one to break a few of Sachin's records someday?
I think 100 hundreds is really far away to think. Tendulkar is and was a great player and a great ambassador of India, and it's going to take a lot to compare Virat Kohli with that. Absolutely, Virat Kohli is in great form. He's the best batsman of this generation, along with AB de Villiers. So I hope that one day he becomes to be a great player for India.
All right, Yuvraj Singh, they're saying that Virat Kohli, along with AB, the best batsman of this generation. David, let me take the same question to you now. As someone who has seen Virat as an opposition player, would you say that he can perhaps be the next Sachin Tendulkar?
Yeah, look, I think when you're trying to, look at 2 different players of 2 different generations, Sachin Tendulkar is a legend in his own right. And to say that Virat will be the player that Sachin Tendulkar is, I find that pretty harsh not harsh, I think it's a reality that will come in itself, and Virat will leave his own status and legacy on the game. You can't compare any player. I think when you're talking about stroke play, they're 2 different players. Sachin Tendulkar built his innings. He was very smart, the way he approached his innings. Virat is a very, very good competitor. He always looks to strive for greatness when he goes out there. You can see the passion in his face. Tendulkar had the same thing. They're 2 identical players when you set up, but each individual has their own legacy. Sachin's left his behind, one of the world's greatest batsmen, obviously the best Indian batsman that India have seen and what they've spoken about, but Virat will leave his own legacy when he gets to that stage of his career.
Right, a lot of cricket pundits, in fact, David, believe that if there's one Sachin Tendulkar record that Virat Kohli can break, it's perhaps the maximum number of ODI centuries. All right, we've had a lot of heavy-duty talk already with the two of you. Let's have some fun now. David, you're playing for Hyderabad. Now, Hyderabad is famous for its biryani. Is David Warner a big biryani fan?
I do like it, but sometimes it doesn't sit too well in my stomach. You know what I mean?
Well, the Hyderabadi biryani, personally, I have to say, is the best that I have ever had. Now, David, one last question for you. We saw an absolutely adorable picture of your elder daughter, Ivy May, recently, watching you score a century versus India earlier this year at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Do we have a future cricketer in the making in Ivy May?
Look, I love that my daughter takes after me, where she likes to grab her bat and tap it and swing it. One, she's going to be right-handed if she does play. And two, I think she might just stick with 2020 cricket because she's going to be short and hopefully a bit strong. But I'll let her decide what she wants to do in life.
Well, we might just have a T20 superstar in the making in baby Ivy May. David Warner, Yuvraj Singh, thank you both so much, gentlemen, for joining us.